Welcome to this edition of the Native News Update on this Tuesday, May 25th. I'm your host for today's program, Paul Demain. Many of the stories read here can also be found at our website at IndianCountryNews.com. Here are the news stories for the day from the Associated Press and other Native news sources. Authorities were trying to capture two men accused of shooting at police on the Warm Springs Indian Reservation this weekend. A manhunt in rugged terrain began last Thursday when the men shot at pursuing officers from a vehicle and later while on foot. While no sign of the men on Friday, FBI spokeswoman Beth Ann Steele said resources have been shifted from tactical to investigative and residents evacuated from the Charlie Creek Canyon area who were returning to their homes. Steele says the emphasis is now on trying to identify the suspects. Police have identified 21-year-old Waylon Weaselhead as a person of interest. The tribal member is a 5'7" and 175 pounds. He has short black hair, brown eyes, and a tattoo on his chest that reads 5150. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency is charging Gardnerville, Nevada businessman Reed Skenador with violating federal law governing the safe handling and disposal of solid and hazardous waste. Skenador operates an auto dismantling business and an unpermitted illegal waste disposal site that has resulted in open dumping and illegal disposal of hazardous waste over an 80-acre site. The facility is located in Indian Country near Gardnerville, Nevada, in Douglas County. The Skenador auto dismantling and illegal waste disposal site not only contained waste from the on-site dismantling of automobiles, but also contained large quantities of waste accepted from off-site. Waste included abandoned automobiles, trailers, tires, car batteries, construction waste, used oil, used appliances, television sets, and computer monitors, waste paint, and aerosol cans. There are more than 1,400 inventoried open dumps in Indian Country in the Pacific Southwest. With EPA assistance, tribes have closed or cleaned up more than 500 sites in the past 3 decades. The Keepers of the Peace Powwow, the first Native American powwow to be held at West Point, occurred during May. The Keepers of the Peace Powwow was held by the Cadet Native American Club to showcase the cultural diversity of West Point and demonstrate that West Point is a place that honors Native Americans and their contribution to this nation. The event was held in hopes to inspire a diverse group of young people to want to attend the academy and become Army officers. The Cadet Native American Club hopes to host the event again next spring. And this weekend, we had thousands of people attend a Welcome Home from Vietnam gathering at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, called LZ Lambeau. One of the guest speakers was our own News from Indian Country columnist, Jim Northrup. Because of media exclusive rights to another organization, we can only bring you a couple of minutes of Northrup's keynote presentation, who spoke before the governor of the state of Wisconsin on Saturday evening. Our crew is now working to produce some programming for the featured digital player and YouTube in the next few days from that event on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But here is a clip from that program dedicated to Vietnam veterans.
I write about Vietnam in the form of poetry, short stories, and I do it because it's helped with trauma of combat. I sometimes call it my brain taking a shit. I would like to share 3 poems with you. The first is called Wabigan. It's in memory of my brother Rodney Charles Northrup, United States Army, in country 68-69. Did you ever hear a sound, smell something, taste something that brought you back to Vietnam instantly? Did you ever wonder when it would end? It ended for my brother. He died in the war, but didn't fall down for 15 tortured years. His flashbacks are over. Another casualty whose name will never be on the wall. Some can only find peace in death. The sound of his family crying hurt. The smell of the flowers didn't comfort us. The taste in my mouth still sours me. How about a memorial for those who made it through the war, but still died before their time?
June 19th marks the 15th annual event of Oklahoma Indian Allstate basketball. Since the inaugural games in 1996, the Indian Allstate Games have played host to over 700 of Oklahoma's most talented American Indian high school seniors. These exciting games provide a way to recognize Native American student athletes with exceptional abilities. Each year, well over 100 nominations are received, with only 24 boys and 24 girls being chosen. The students athletes chosen this year represent many tribes from inside and outside of Oklahoma. The players are selected on the basis of their individual basketball, academic, and extracurricular records. To be selected to Oklahoma Indian All-State is in recognition of the hard work, dedication, and accomplishments of Oklahoma Native American student athletes. The games will take place on June 19th, 2010 at Oklahoma Wesleyan University in Bartlesville, Oklahoma. For more information, you can call 918-642-3162 or email at paradox@valornet.com. Shawn Worrell's parents wear lapel pins that read "Donate Life." The words are a tribute to their son, who passed away May 4th after suffering a brain hemorrhage caused by a fall. Shawn, 32, was an organ donor. Donating organs is forbidden among some American Indian tribes, who believe the human body should be buried in its complete form, but the decision was Shawn's, said his father, George Worrell of Bloomfield, New Mexico. "I've got no remorse," George said. "If my body is reusable again after I die, I say, go ahead." George was a recipient of a kidney donation 10 years ago after he was diagnosed with kidney failure. His daughter, Sabrina, gave him a kidney, making a choice the entire family adopted. Her decision saved her father's life. Shawn saved 5 lives when 6 of his organs were collected, said Marie Sanders, community service manager for the New Mexico Donor Services. Shawn donated his heart, liver, lungs, and kidneys, Sanders said. And that is the latest roundup of news from Indian Country on this edition of the Native News Update. We want to thank you all for joining with us, and stop by again soon. Miigwech.